Well, 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 home sweet home. If you will remember, 2 years ago, it was probably more than 2 years ago, I did a condo reno. And I'm back because the people have moved out. Momi has decided to sell the condo and the people just moved out, and now I've got to get in here and do a few things, and this is what this video is about. I'm not going to show you anything on how to fix something. I am just going to talk about different things when you get ready to sell a condo, a house, an apartment, duplex, fourplex, whatever it is. Okay, and so now they've gotten out of here, and so I'm going to have to do a few things. I've got a few things out here. Here's some paint. And luckily, I saved the paint from before and all that kind of stuff. And I've noticed the renter that was here. He thought he was going to do a favor. Oh, did you see that? You didn't see that, but some snow came off from up high. And it came down, whacked that off. I'm going to be taking that apart after a while. And the tenant, he thought he was going to do us a favor and he was going to start patching walls. I wish he wouldn't have done that. I would have done that, because all the little pinholes, I would have just taken a little bit of caulk right there. But instead, he took some spackle on over one little hole. See that little hole there? You could have filled that up with just caulking, not gone over it. But anyways, I'm looking and I can see there's quite a few different spots where I'm going to have to do some paint touch up, and I'm going to have to wipe down this floor, clean the floor. And luckily they did a pretty good job with cleaning everything. They cleaned the carpets before they left, but I can see where there's marks on here. I'm going to have to redo this. I've got to repaint this handrail. This handrail before see, we lived in here for a while, and then I was going to finish everything, and then Momi decided to get some people in here, and so I didn't have enough time to finish. So see, this was the old hardware. I'm going to change that out. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to repaint that because I never painted it before. I've got some nickel finish little brackets that I'm going to change that out, because before, if you were in here, if you saw me do all the condo rehab, I painted everything, took all the doors out, put new hinges on, put new door handles on, and everything has a theme now. Everything is kind of nickel finish. The faucet was nickel finish, stainless steel appliances, and we put in the ceiling fans. We did all kinds of stuff in here. You can find all those videos under, go to my YouTube playlist, my main channel page, click on playlists and scroll down to condo rehab, something like that. Okay, and so now I'm going to put these other videos underneath that as well, but it's all going to be about getting this thing ready to sell. And we just signed a contract. Momi just signed a contract with some realtors, and so I've got 2 weeks to come in here. I don't really need 2 weeks. I can get most of this stuff done, but we're gonna end up taking the TV, and they're gonna do some staging in here. A little bit of staging. This thing here, I'm gonna put on Facebook Marketplace. They don't want this anymore. And I've got a little barbecue out there, a gas fireplace. I'm gonna put those on Facebook Marketplace. What else was I gonna put on Facebook Marketplace? Some other stuff up here, and I was taking a look at this before, and everything looks pretty good. For some reason, this light's not working. The three-way switches right there and right there aren't working, so that light doesn't come on. This light bulb doesn't come on, so I'm gonna have to take a peek at that later. Okay, we're gonna take this TV. We're gonna take this TV away from here, and the bed and stuff, and the little dressers, the table, the desk unit here. There's a little desk unit in here. You can't really see it, but those are going to stay. We're going to sell that stuff with the condo. We're going to sell the washer and dryer. I still have to put the the bifold doors up. I didn't put the bifold doors in when we moved, okay, but now I'm gonna have to do it, right? And I'll make videos of that kind of stuff, okay, but and I've got to work on this ceiling fan. I've got to change out the filters, and I've got to get up in here. I've got all kinds of stuff up there from before. In fact, let's just walk you up there, because there's some stuff up here. There's some stuff up here. I've got to fix this door to get it to swivel up there properly, and then I've got to repaint that stuff. But I've got to get up in here eventually, anyways. Okay. And that's something. That's the attic access, and it's right here in the hallway of your master bedroom. We're leaving the bed here. We're gonna make the beds and stuff, and they're gonna, like I say, they're gonna do some staging up here. We're gonna leave this stuff up here. That's gonna go with the sale of the condo. Okay, and let's just see what's up here, because I know there's some stuff up here I got to put on Facebook Marketplace. And when you're selling a place, if you got a little attic area and you're storing anything up in your attic, you know that's going to have to come down. The homeowner inspector is not going to want this stuff up here. And so I've got some boxes over here. What else do I have up here? I've got some extra carpet. Here's some carpet we're going to leave, but I'm going to take this all down into the garage. Here's a ceiling fan I'm going to put on Marketplace. There's some light fixtures I'm going to put on Facebook Marketplace. All these door handles from before. I'm going to get these shelvings out. And I believe there's 2 ceiling fans here. There's some track lighting here. And there's a few other things. Here's a light fixture here. There's a couple other light fixtures. These are wall sconces that we took out. And I thought, phooey on that. I'm just going to put it on Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to be here for a couple weeks. Here's some other stuff. So today, my main focus is I'm going to pull all this stuff down out into the garage, take pictures of it. Here's a garbage disposal. It still works. It's fine. We just replaced it before. It's 3/4 horsepower. I could probably sell that for 20 bucks. They're over $100 in the store, probably more than that. And so anyways, my focus today is to pull all this stuff down, take pictures of it, and tonight I'll put it on Facebook Marketplace. That way, while I'm doing painting here, paint touch up and different odds and ends, I'll have that stuff, and then I can respond to them and all that kind of stuff. We ended up taking the water heater out. There used to be a little water heater right here, and we put a tankless water heater in here. And so I've got to get somebody out here, because once a year they're supposed to come and flush the system out, and then they put something on this and they hook it up and they cycle all the way through here, and it cleans it out. We want to do that for the next people here. And so the only thing up here should be you know, the heating and air conditioning unit is all taken care of here, and the tankless water heater. None of this other stuff should be up here. I know that the homeowner's inspector, he's going to have a fit, and they don't want to see anything up here. So I got to take this all down, and because I saved different things from before, I'll end up saving all the carpet scraps. I'll save all the flooring stuff, the paint, for the next person, and I'll leave that down in the garage or in a storage cabinet or something like that downstairs. And man, look at this. Here's all the hinges, the door hinges from before, and here's some towel bars for the bathrooms. All that stuff, believe it or not, you can sell it on Facebook Marketplace, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay, when I was here before, when I took out the appliances, the washer and dryer, the refrigerator, the stove, the microwave, the dishwasher, sold it all on Facebook Marketplace. Made a few bucks too. Okay, I'm going to go downstairs. We'll talk a little bit more on what I'm going to do to get this ready to sell. So of course, Of course, I'll have to wash the windows and all that, and then I'll look through these closets, and I notice that there's some racks that need to be readjusted, and I'll do all that. I want to get this looking like nobody was here, and that it's all ready to be offered for sale. Okay, and so I see there's a light fixture right there that I had installed previously, and that's going down at an angle. I'm gonna have to adjust that, and it looks like I might have to adjust something else. And here's the exhaust fan cover. I've got to tweak that and fix that. And before, if you had seen my videos, I had painted this whole entire bathroom. I put 2 coats of white semi-gloss paint on here. I put 1 coat on the walls, and I see that they've done some other stuff over there. And before I left the area where it looks like it needs to be patched, and I didn't do anything different than that. I thought if we want to cover that, see, I'll touch up this, okay? But this line here, that line there, if you can see those, I'm gonna leave that. We could put a picture there. You can put a medicine cabinet there because there's no medicine cabinet. They should have had a medicine cabinet there, but they didn't. You can put a little cabinet there and put washcloths and towels there and toilet paper and that kind of stuff with doors on there and a little shelf down at the bottom. You can do anything you want. Okay, and it looks like I did not install any towel bars. Initially, there was just 1 towel bar here, and I had taken that out to paint this, and I was meaning to do that before the renters came. They didn't, and I knew they weren't going to use this bathroom anyways because it was just 2 people, and they ended up using the bathroom in the master bedroom. But here, this is a small bathroom, but instead of just putting 1 towel rack there, I'm going to get 2, and then I'm going to put stacked, 1 up high, 1 down low. Okay, that way it gives them a little bit more room. You could also put 1 back behind here if you want, and then if you did that, I would take the door bumper, and I would put an extra long door bumper down there so that this door doesn't close any further, and then it won't bend your towel bar if you ended up putting the towel bar back there. I'm not going to. I'm just going to put them here on the wall. Okay, and so I'll end up doing that, and it's just a lot of little things. Touch up. See, I have no idea why they would have wanted to hang all these different things up here, but they did, and so now I'm going to have to touch those up. When I touch it up, we'll probably have to put 2 coats of paint, you know, a little bit here, there, and all that kind of stuff. There's a light bulb here that was flashing. I'll have to fix that, and I'll probably vacuum underneath the beds, even though they said they had them cleaned. I'll end up doing that because I know that's probably gonna have to happen, and like I say, it's just a lot of little things. As for the bifold doors, like I said, I had not installed those previously. I'd taken the hardware off, and so I'm going to have to screw in the bottom pieces. I'll have to replace things on the doors and put new doorknobs on them and all that kind of stuff. And I'm hoping beyond hope that this edge is not going to encroach in there, and I'm going to have to look at that. I'm going to have to see if I can push that back further to get the doors on here. And I think they'll just barely squeeze through here without hitting the front. Okay, and then if somebody is in here, if they don't want them, they can take the bifold doors off again if they want, or they can leave them open. You leave them open and then they stick out this far. But hey, they can do whatever. I'll just have to play that by ear and see what's going to happen with that. Okay, and what else did I have to do? Oh, I was going to paint. Oh, oops. I'm gonna take you back upstairs. I was showing you this bathroom, what I had done to that, and before, after we moved out, I never got a chance to paint this bathroom. Okay, And so this bathroom looks exactly like it did before. It has the tan ceilings, the tan walls. So I'm going to put 2 coats of white paint on the ceiling, and then I'll put a coat of paint of semi-gloss on the walls that matches this here. I'll also clean the floors, and I'm going to seal. I'm going to put 2 coats of sealer on the floors, as well as the entire shower area. And I'm thinking about doing this countertop too, because you can see the little nodules on here. You see that? That means, and the floor is exactly the same. Okay, so that means that I can put sealer over this and have it not slip. I'm going to put, I've got some stuff, and I'll show you that later. It's a floor sealer, but I'm going to actually do the counter too, because the counter tile and the sides and that small little backsplash is the same kind of tile that they use down on the floor and in the shower. Okay, so that'll make that look good, and that'll finish that off. Before I paint, I'll take the towel bars back down. See how I ran the towel bars up high, one down low, and I made it for the longer towels so that when you fold the towels over, you don't have the top long towel hitting the bottom, or you don't have the bottom towel hitting the floor or anything like that. Okay, and so I'll end up doing that. And then what else was I going to do? Oh, I gotta fix this, because see how when the door goes up, it's supposed to be slid over and push all the way up, and it never did that when we bought the condo. It was just like that, and I was always going to fix it. And I'm pretty sure I can push this back because it's hooked up on some hinges, swivel hinges over there, and I think I can push it back far enough, and I'm hoping I can put some hinges on there somehow. I'm not quite sure just yet. I'll have to take a look at that and see what I can do. I'm not prepared to have to rip that whole thing down and put a new attic ladder in. I'm not prepared to do that, and I hope it doesn't come to that. Okay, so I'll have to look at that. And what else was I going to do down here? I'll take you out into the garage. Oh, this here, see here's a cabinet door, and see where the door pulls out? There's a nice Lazy Susan in here. This could be shoved back a little bit further, but before, when we were living here, there was we had taken this off, and we replaced it with this quartz. There used to be black tiles there with the chicken wire underneath it and the mortar base and all that. I've got that all on my channel, and it had one piece of backsplash from here up to about there. Okay, and I ended up patching that, painting that before we moved out of here. And my thought and idea was I was always going to put a backsplash along there, all the way up from the bottom up to the bottom of the upper cabinets, and do it all around there. So I pulled this out. That would give it enough room, but even by pushing this in, I think this is still going to hit right there. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to pull this out of the way, take the door off. It's got hinges over here. See these? They're attached like this, and on these cabinets, they had screw holes there, and they also had screw holes there. See? You pull this one out. Here's screw holes. There's a screw hole. So I know if there's holes, and even if there weren't, I could drill them. And I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to flip the door upside down so that this side fits over there. The hinges are going to be over there. The doorknob's going to be here. But when I flip it, this doorknob is going to be down here, right? So I'm going to take that off, re-drill a new hole right there, because when I flip it, that's going to be down there. And I'll put the knob up here, and I'll take some putty stick and put down there. And where was that? Oh, here's the putty stick. I had this, and I thought, hey, I'll just use it. Here's some stain. Ooh, we got this at TJ Maxx years ago, $5.99. See, it had the little putty sticks right here, and I think this one right here is almost the same color as the door. You see that? I mean, it's slightly off, okay? This one here, see? Can you kind of picture if I did that, and there's gonna be a hole down there. See, when I do that, I'm gonna have to patch that little hole right there, but it's gonna be down low. I don't think anybody's gonna see it, even if the color's slightly off. If it's slightly off, I could mix these two together, white with that with brown or whatever. And see, it's even got, this is touch-up marker. I'm not gonna really need that, but I thought it was kind of cool. I didn't know if I was gonna need that on this project or not, but you get something like this, you never know when you've got something like this. They also have putty sticks at the hardware store, all different kinds of colors. And so I'll fix that, okay? And then when I come out here into the garage, this garage I had never painted before. And so, yes, 2 coats of the flat white ceiling paint up there, probably 2 coats, because see, this is a tan, this was the old tan color. It's kind of hard to see the tan color in here because it's dark, but I'll probably end up putting 2 coats on there. And I believe I have enough ceiling paint here for that. See, this is what I'm going to use, interior ceiling flat. And I still have this much paint in there, so there's going to be plenty for that ceiling. And then I've got the other paint for the bathroom, and I'll probably have to get some more. This is the stuff I'm going to put on the floor. Valspar protective sealer, wet look. Okay, I'm using the wet look, and I did that for that other bathroom. And the reason why I can get away with the wet look is because those tiles have those nodules on them, so it's non-slip. So when I put that on there, nobody's going to slip in the shower. If that shower tile was perfectly smooth tiles, big wide tiles, and the floor was smooth tiles, I wouldn't be able to put the wet look on there. I would have to put natural or something so that it blends in and it would be kind of like a flat sealer. But that's what I'm going to put on the floors in the bathroom, and I'm going to put it on with a paintbrush. And I got videos on how to do that on my YouTube channel under this condo rehab, okay, from before. And so anyways, if I need to get some more paint, I'll get some more paint. Luckily, I saved this from before. I had gotten it at the Home Depot. And if I need them to match it, I just tell them, just match it. And that's why they have the little things on here from before. And that's why you always want to make sure not to cover those up when you're doing painting. Sometimes they might put that label on the side or something like that. And then you want to make sure you don't cover it up. Or you put your name down and you start a little job sheet at the Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, Sherwin-Williams, wherever you get your paint, so that next time you go, you tell them the address, and then they've got all the paints and stuff. So I know I'll be able to match. I know I'll be able to match all the paint. So I'm going to end up painting everything in here. I still have to do some spot caulking up here. I'll probably. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna take. I don't know if I'm gonna pull this off or not, or paint around it, or I might take it off and just leave it in a cabinet or something, so that the new owner can put that wherever they want. I have no idea where they want it. You know, they might want it. They might want it over there. They might want it over in that corner or something like that. And it'd be nice just to take that off, because I haven't done anything yet. Then I can go ahead and fix that, okay? And so, yeah, I got my hands full here. I told him I'd be ready for him in a couple weeks, and in reality, you know, if I hit it hard and stuff, I'd probably get this done in a week. But this gives me a little bit of extra time to do everything good. I can clean these windows, the interior and the exterior side of it. I'm going to take this swing thing apart. Mommy, she says she wanted to save that and take it to the house. Okay, I'll do that. And just some different things like that. And it gives me a little bit of extra time to try to get all this stuff sold on Facebook Marketplace. And I think I'll be able to do it just fine, you know, and that'll give me enough time. That way people can come here. We don't want people coming to our house and you know, to buy an old ceiling fan. Let's just do it here. Get it taken care of right here, and get all that. And I thought it was funny. One of the renters, look at this. See how it's wobbling. Look at. They thought, oh, hey, we'll just put that right there. Why on earth would they have done that? That I had installed in this little storage area, and I had it right here. And so I put a plastic anchor there, and this one I think hit a stud back there. So I'm going to take the same one. I'm going to take that, and I'm going to put it back over here. Okay. Then I'll have to patch, you know, 2 more holes. Oh well, I have to do that, and get that taken care of. Here's some screws over here that I see that somebody put something up there, so I'll have to take that off. I have no idea why they did that. I'll also have to look at the doors and stuff. These doors have been painted like at least 2 years ago. They still look in really good shape, but I noticed on this door here, there's a couple marks on here that I need to clean. There's a couple areas on the frame where I'll have to touch that up. Oh, and the other thing was I had put some spring-loaded hinges on this exterior door that goes into the garage, and they had them before. They had one here and they had one down there. So when I repainted this and all that, I got 2 new hinges, one here, one down at the bottom. Obviously this is a new hinge too, but that's not a spring-loaded hinge. And I installed those, and I forgot to put the hinge pins in and tighten the hinges, because these are spring-loaded hinges. This door is supposed to close automatically because it's your door between the condo, between your house and your garage. Have you ever noticed that? When you open your door, the door closes and it either slams or it doesn't close all the way. And this door is a rated door. This is a solid core door. It's a 20-minute rated door, and the door frame is rated too. Here's the label here. It's got a metal label on there, and that's rated. Here's your seal, weather stripping. I replaced that from before. And on the actual door, let's see on the door. When you have a rated door, hey, here's the label right here. And let's see if we can't get it in the light. I see right there. This is 20-minute rated, and this matches the door frame. So when I painted, I needed to make sure not to take those off, put masking tape around there. And this is because this is rated, you got to have spring-loaded hinges on here. So I got to put the hinge pins back in, and I've got those with me, and I'll have to put those on. I have to adjust that and all that. Okay, so that's one of my little things on the project list. And then I'm just gonna have to go through. We've got a picture that somebody took off. This was an inspection panel, and I had a nice picture right here, and you can see where it used to be. There used to be a nail there, and the picture hung, and it covered that up. That was for, if you notice, this place has fire sprinklers. And isn't that funny? In the bathroom, there's no fire sprinkler. Really? Okay, there's a fire sprinkler there. There's a fire sprinkler there. Here's another fire sprinkler. There's supposed to be another fire sprinkler out here. See? And then there's some upstairs. Well, all of that is tied into a fire panel, and it's behind that inspection cover. Okay, so just so somebody doesn't have to look at that, we're going to leave that picture here, and it'll cover that up and be perfect for that. And we'll just, I'll just have to look at everything, make sure everything looks all nice and clean. And I noticed these hinges have spit a little bit. See the black mark right there and right here? After 2 years, that's what's going to happen eventually. And after 5 or 6 years, you start getting that black stuff. It starts spitting. Here's some right there that it started spitting. I could take off all the hinges, all the hinge pins, and I could see this? See all that stuff right there? That's because this spits. It was spitting, meaning that open, close, open, close, open, close. Eventually, you get black dust blowing out there, and that's what that is. See, I just moved it. See right there? There's some more right there. Here's some more. down here. Here it is along the door casing. You see? Here it is right there. I'll have to get a little toothbrush, and I got my simple green. I'll have to clean those. I might go the extra mile. See here? See the black on the back side? See there? That's what's going to happen. And these were brand new hinges. These were brand new hinges 2.5 years ago. And so that's just the nature of the beast. See? And you're going to see that on white doors. I'll tell you right now, if you got white doors and you got hinges, you're going to have stuff all over. And I got videos to show you how to fix that. You take lithium grease, and I got some at home, and I might even bring it here. You know, after I clean all this stuff. Okay, after I clean all that stuff off, I could put lithium grease. Is anything going to happen between now and 2 months from now when the place sells? Is there going to be any marks? No, but right after that, there's going to be marks. You know, in the next 6 months after that. So, should I go the extra mile? You tell me. Should I go the extra mile and take each one of these hinge pins out for a 3-hinge door? I would take the top one out and then put the grease on there, put it back in, and do the same thing. Or I could take the top and bottom one out at the same time and just leave that. Nah, I don't want to do that, because then the door gets all messed up and then it's harder to put back. But one hinge at a time, pretty much. Or if I did the top one, then I could probably take the middle and the bottom one out in one go, put the grease on the hinges, and then put those two back. These are all hollow core doors, except for the exterior. This door here is the solid core. This goes into the garage. I'm not going to take these hinges off. I'm not going to take these off. And this door hardly has any marks, because whoever was living here, who was renting, they were probably leaving some of their storage stuff in here, because it's a very small garage, and they were probably parked out front. They probably use the front door all the time. So this door has not really been used that much in the last 2 years. Okay, so I wouldn't have to worry about that one, will I? Okay, but on all the other doors up on the upstairs, I can do that, and that's just going to be another thing that's going to be on my project list. Okay, so just all kinds of different things. You just want to walk through. You want to meet with your realtor and stuff. Don't think, oh, I'm just going to sell it as is. Don't do that, because if you can do all these things first, you're going to get a higher selling price. You're going to pay yourself to do all this stuff. You might have a higher selling price by $5,000 or more. If they see too many things, they're going to say, oh yeah, if they didn't take care of this, and they didn't take care of that, they didn't take care of this over here, what else didn't they take care of? And we know that they didn't maintain stuff properly, and we're not going to offer as much. You see what I mean? And so it does yourself a favor to go through all the things. Nitpick it yourself and do as much of it yourself as you can. You remember when this floor was installed, I went around and I installed that quarter round on the bottom. Okay, this is what it's going to look like after 2 years. See, you're going to have different things like this. And remember, that was pre-finished white, and I just took a bead of caulking and I put a bead of caulking on there. I used brilliant white caulking, but after 2 years, it has a tendency to starting to yellow very slightly, not very much. This caulking line right there, I don't think I'm going to mess with that, but you see where the joint was, I think I had put caulking there to try to fix that, but when you do that, after time, you get dirt and dust hitting that and then marking it up. See, that's why these corners are all marked up, because I had caulked this before, and that looked fine when the caulking was nice and white, right? So I'm going to have to do a little bit of work on the outside corners. Okay, just a few of the outside corners. See here's another one here. See there? I'm gonna get that looking better. Okay, And even if I have to put a little bit of white caulking from there, maybe to there, after I clean all this stuff up, I might have to do that. I'll just have to decide. But see, most of the other stuff looks fine. You see what I mean? You're gonna have to wipe all of your baseboard down. And the last person who was here, they said they wiped it down, but I'm gonna take a look. Here's another outside corner, but see, nobody messes with that one, so that one's fine. And I don't think there's that many outside corners I have to mess with. Right there, right there, right there, right over there. Here's some outside corners down the hallway. We'll take a look at that. That's, you know, right in there. I'll probably have to work on that a little bit, work on that one a little bit, because as soon as people walk in the front door, we'll have to decide. You know, this is the first thing they see. See, here's some more, right here, and that's caulking from before. And if I clean that off, I might have to take some different cleaners and scouring pad and that kind of stuff. And I noticed there's one little spot there by the front door. You look at this inside corner right there. That doesn't look very good. And it looks like somebody whacked this. They might have had a table here. Look at that. Somebody really beat that up, didn't they? And I'll have to put some white caulking there, build that up, and then do some paint touch up there and different things of that nature. So that when somebody comes through this door, even the front door, it's got some dirty paw prints on it from people coming back and forth through the door. So I'll have to look at that. Okay, it's mainly the white on the inside. See there, right there, along there, right there, up there, with them fiddling with this and locking the door. Okay, here's another little spot there. I was planning on painting this. I might even paint this, I don't know. I might paint this trim from here over to there. Initially when I painted the white door casings and all that, when I came to this one, I painted from here over to about there, as I remember, so that when I painted this wall, I could cut that in nicely. That way, when I came back to here, I wouldn't have to cut it in all the way back to this wall. You know, it's easier when you're painting to cut in your wall to your trim, as opposed to your trim to your wall, this little edge. Do you see what I mean? Painters, they do it fine. They just laugh at you. Oh, we can do that. But it's way easier for a novice, a beginner, DIY beginner. When you're painting your casings, you paint your casing, and then you do this edge, and if you get a little bit of white over on the edge, don't worry about it. After you paint your walls with a roller, I stop back in here, and then I cut in from here to there, and this white has already been painted. Do you see what I mean? Way easier to do that. So I'll have to decide what to do with the front door. I may have to. I may just paint this. I don't think I'm going to paint the actual door. This is a metal door, metal clad door, and whoever painted it, they sprayed it. Now if I try to touch this up with a paintbrush or a paint roller, I'm going to have to do the whole door. Then I'm going to have to go around that, take this off, take that other thing off, go around that. You know, there's too much to mess with, so I'm not going to do anything. And as you noticed, here's the gold hinges, here's the gold door handle. Why didn't I change that on the front door? Why didn't I change that to nickel finish for everything else on the inside? Well, because in a condo complex, you have an HOA, Homeowners Association, okay? And what they say is you cannot touch anything on the exterior of your door, okay? So the door handle's brass. Could I have changed that to the lock color? I didn't want to do that, because then if the HOA has a problem with that, they might say, hey, Joe, where's the gold one? We got to have you put the gold one back on. So I didn't mess with it. I'm not going to worry about it. If somebody else wants to do it, they can. I could have got a locking gold one. That's what I should have done. But when I talked to Momi, she says, nope, I want this color to match inside, even though it doesn't match here. She was okay with that. I looked on some of the other doors throughout the complex, and they had different things, so I wasn't gonna worry about it. Okay, so this one's got all kinds of stuff. Here's the nickel finish. Here's the gold. This is a different color for the peephole. And then here's your brass. I'm not even gonna mess with it. Hey, it is what it is. If the next owner wants to change it, have at it, okay? So that's, I was trying to do a quick and dirty on this to show you different things that you can do yourself to get your place ready to sell, okay? And hey, if I can do it in Average Joe, you can do it. All right, don't take no for an answer. Go through my YouTube channel. I got 3,950 videos on all kinds of things to fix things around your house so that you can save money around your house and do it yourself. Okay, and the whole premise of my channel is, hey, I'm just an average Joe. If I can do it, an average Joe, you can do it. So any video that you watch on my YouTube channel that I'm showing you something on my own, just know that I feel you can do it too. All you need is a little bit of know-how, a little bit of incentive, and I'll be your coach all the way along. You look at any of my videos, some people say, hey Joe, you go on too much. Just get to the point. And then other people are like, wow, Joe, really like how you explained all that, and it gives me the confidence of knowing that I can do it too, because I had questions, and because you were so thorough in whatever you were doing, you showed me step by step by step how to install a faucet, how to install a dishwasher, how to install a garbage disposal, how to hook up the sink trap, how to install, how come there's no air gap? What did you do for the dishwasher for the air gap? What about this? What's that all about? Who installed that? Who installed the nice sink strainers? I did all that, and you can find all that kind of stuff on my YouTube channel. Of course you can. Of course you can. I've got all that stuff there. Okay. Oh, and just to come to think about it, I took this off from before and I saved it and I put those back on, and I remembered. There's these pieces I never reinstalled. I'm not quite sure why I didn't install those. I thought, I'll do that later. And I know I have those somewhere in the garage, somewhere at the other house. And so that's something else I have to do. I'll have to put everything on my list. I got my list here. And then the other thing, I'm going to take pictures of this, and before I put it on Facebook Marketplace, I'm going to measure the length. Okay, I'm going to measure the depth. I'm also going to measure the length of this, and how wide that is, because people always like to look at that. This thing here pops up for storage. Look at that, isn't that cool? Okay, so I'll take a picture like that. And this thing pulls out. This thing here pulls out. And there's some things here. See there? Look at that. That pulls out. And then this thing pulls up and out. And so I'll take pictures of all that. I don't think I'm going to have any problem selling this in Facebook Marketplace. Okay. There. Come on. How did that thing work? I know. Oh, here. Pull it up that far and then swivel it. And then it goes. See? You got this whole thing. So I'll take a picture like that. And then I'll have a picture with this down here. And whatever you do, be real consistent and give as much information as you can when you do stuff like this for Facebook Marketplace, okay? All right, so I guess that's all I got for this time. Well, that's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos, and I'm glad you're watching. If you like my channel, subscribe. The only reason why I make these videos is to try to help you save money around the house.